Look at the mountains. There's snow. Winter is coming. Woo! C'est dangereux là. Ouf.
We're not on the highway.
Not on the highway. Whew.
The guy that went to the picture of the horse basically was like, you know, your typical guide in the wilderness, and he was saying that in all the years, like 30 plus years of going in the backcountry, he never had to use his vest pay once.
Right. Yeah, I remember you told me that.
He said if you are, you know, good enough to
You do everything else.
announce yourself, you usually don't need anything.
So, what does it mean announcing yourself?
That means talking so that the bear knows it's humans that are coming.
Hello, hello bear. We're
Yeah.
coming.
We're coming,
That's what it means, eh?
and have good intention.
Good intention?
Yeah.
What do you mean good intention?
Well, like animals, they have a tendency to know your intentions. You know, dogs, if you're afraid of them. It's the same thing with bears.
So you're saying we shouldn't be afraid of bears?
I'm saying we should have good intentions. We're not coming for hunting. We're just passing through, right?
Passing through. Hello. So we are, where are we?
We're on Pedley
Huh?
and we're climbing.
We're at Pedley Pass
Yes.
with our friend Kelly.
Look up there, that's where we're going.
Okay, I want to switch side and show where we're going. We're going up there.
Right?
Not all the way up there.
No.
We could though, but not today, eh?
Not today.
So we are taking a very small hike today, and we're going to see what Jacques calls the magic tree, right?
It's our annual pilgrimage.
The annual pilgrimage to visit the magic tree, and not just visit it, but we touch it so it can, what, give us magic?
Yes.
Give us magic. And we often also think of others that we know in our family, our friends who are not able to visit the magic tree, and we think of them and hopefully pass on some of the magic to help them as well, right?
Right, and it works really well. So we
And it
take
works.
orders.
We take orders. Oh, it's getting dark in here. C'est un peu mouillé, hein?
Oui.
Our first larch
Our first view of the magic.
of the magic. We're going to you. Jacques thinks this is
A few days there.
You think? I'm like
I think it's a big
thinking it's a
rabbit.
dog. I think it's a dog.
Big rabbit, I think.
A rabbit? Oh, look at the view behind us, huh? Whoa, beautiful. That's a dog,
Yeah, that's probably the guy.
but we think we have a bear. Oof.
I'm sure there's around here.
Just as long as it stays where it is.
And they like the trails as much as we do.
I know, it's easy path, right? As long as it stays where it is and let us go by, right?
Right.
We're a little, we have a heightened sense of awareness since the event of last weekend, don't we?
We have always been careful, but we're more careful today.
We are.
Yeah.
We will tell you the story in a minute. So this is where we're going,
Yeah.
in this little valley.
when I said to Cal,
where
phone Corey,
we can touch
but almost for sure he won't answer
those
his phone.
larches up
And
there.
if he does, he won't know anything about it,
Get the magic.
even though he does, right?
So now we just got to go through the bush, right here, where it has snowed, of course. We wouldn't expect anything else. Tiny little path. This is also the remnant of the avalanche. You can see. So the one thing that is a characteristic of the larch is they grow in very arid terrain. So here, obviously, the soil it's got the rocks right there, and then just a tiny area where there's soil for the larches to grow. Super interesting.
Yeah, we're just gonna go to the little area. And that's enough for me. You want to go higher? Actually, I found my first friend.
You found your first magic tree?
My first friend, Magic.
Ooh, amongst all the others.
It's a little late in the season. They're a little orange instead of gold. They're getting a little.
Okay, I'm your first friend. That's your second friend. And we're both late in our season.
That is such a good segue on everything. That is awesome. All right, so Jacques, tell us about this magic tree. What's the magic?
I have been doing this for years, like for 20 some years or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then somebody from the outdoor program in Calgary had told me about the Larch Valley, and that they would organize trips. And I said, oh, I'm not a big tourist type of thing. He says, oh, well, when you go there, they have the native said that they had magic properties, and they were eating them, and they were making medicine with those trees. And ever since I've been coming, they have been actually doing magic. So that's why I come.
So what's your routine? You just touch them?
Touch them, and then get some type of little bit of trying to get two at the same time, and just connect with them. Yeah, connect with the trees and the earth and the mountains, and
That's
a great routine to do. That's for me anyway.
And I've been joining you for the last 3 years, right?
Yeah.
And now we have Kelly joining us.
The magic will affect.
This is my magic friend.
He is your magic friend, isn't
And
he?
I've been doing this for 25 years.
Hanging out with your magic friend. That's so funny.
Well, we're gonna go up to the more of those.
Okay, those are the
magics.
ones. These are the ones I went to last year. So let's hike some more across the avalanche area, right? This is an
these are
avalanche once
new
upon a time.
boulders, I guess. That was not that bad in the past. But
And then we're gonna go touch some more magic over there. So here we are in front of the magic. We're all touching the magic. Look at this beautiful pines. Oh, the wind is blowing. Touching the magic. Anyway, we are here taking our magic.
we're filling up.
Hang up.
It's like Tesla.
Huh?
It's like a Tesla. Filling up.
It is. Look at it. Has like little pine cones too. Huh? So what were we saying about the larch is that it's one of the, or it is the only conifer tree, like pines, that loses.
You know why it's called conifer?
Conifers? Why?
Cones.
Cones, because they
Pine cones.
pine cones, conifer. But it's the only one that loses its needles. Like this, right?
Yeah.
It loses its needle.
Voila.
Like, ooh, thank you. We have a treat. Chérie,
C'est des conifères.
c'est gentil ça.
Thank you.
We celebrate the magic with the magic chocolate. Very nice. But it's the only conifer that loses its needle behaving like a deciduous tree,
Right.
which is pretty incredible.
We're lucky.
That's the ridge that we hike.
Yeah.
That you hiked last time, Kelly, right?
Yep.
You went all the way up to the tarn, which is the lake, or you
Yeah.
didn't go to the lake?
I didn't go to the lake. I went
The
to the
lake
ridge.
would be on the other side of here.
Yeah, to the right.
How far is the lake from here, John?
Lake from here is a little ways, yeah. You have to go almost all the way to
The ridge.
the ridge, and then you've got to go back down to about the same height.
Oh, I see.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next year I'll do that with you.
It's probably snowy.
One of the best hike in the region that I've done so far. So you'd follow the ridge to the left and then come back down to where we started. It's really beautiful. Look at these trees, color.
Very magical.
They're gold in the sunlight.
This is a rare occurrence of watching magic happen.
Magic, just that.
There we have them. So we went to see our Larch. Ça s'appelle en français des mélèzes. Mais c'est des mélèzes de l'Ouest. C'est-à-dire que in English it is larch, but they call it Western larch. They are really only seen in this area here. And we are fortunate to live very close by, to be able to come and see them every year when they are gold. So now we're going back down, and because it snowed recently, as you can see, ground has got definitely snow, and then it melts again. It makes for rather muddy and slippery going down, so we have to be careful. I gave my poles to the boys. Maybe I'll retrieve one.
You couldn't tell exactly what they were, but because there's a million.
So I retrieved a pole. A little easier with a pole going down. Oups. Il faut faire attention, n'est-ce pas? So I said earlier that we had an heightened sense of awareness of bear encounters today, because on the weekend, about an hour and a half from here in the Banff region, I was in a very remote part off of Banff, off of the park there. Unfortunately, a couple who was in the backcountry with a dog got attacked and killed by a bear. It was, men, women, and a dog. And they didn't survive. They were apparently very experienced hikers. And they had bear spray, apparently. And they also obviously had a satellite device to reach out and used it, a Garmin of some sorts, like, like mine, like what I've got here. And were able to send an SOS, and they were able to find them, but unfortunately they were dead, killed by the bear. And the bear was around still when the search and rescue arrived. And at this point, I assumed the bear was wanting to hang on to the food that he caught, right? The humans were food now. And so I think they had to, in order to do their job and retrieve the body, I think they had to kill the bear. And now starts the forensic investigation, and we heard that Park Canada will release today some findings. And but anyway, we always want to know what happened, and is there something that, as hikers, they didn't do that one wants to do next time, or is this just a fluke and they got a bear that wasn't accustomed to human and saw them as food? I don't know, because they were in a very remote area. We're all very keen to find out, what happened there. So I just told the story about what happened last weekend, and our heightened sense of awareness, right? So what do we carry? I just wanted to share with everybody what we carry. So what do we carry for safety?
We have usually three things that we do. Like the first thing is if we see a bear or an animal and the bear is pretty far, kind of not sure if it wants to run away or not, and not sure if he wants to come closer, then we have these bangers that we call. So these things go and they just screw in, right? And when they're screwed in, you release, and then it's gonna go and explode and makes a huge noise. So as you can see, by the time I screw this, if the bear was be close, it would not be the thing to do. But when the bear is far and you're thinking that the bear should be going away, but it's not really, then you would use these things.
Yeah.
And then if the bear is getting closer, much closer, and it's really thinking that, you could be a good meal, then we have our bear spray, and the bear spray is really close by and really easy to get at and really quick to be able to, there's a safety on, so I won't take it out.
Yeah.
But it's really quick. So this is like a 2 seconds.
And where was yours, Kelly?
Right in my little pack here.
So again, super easy reach, right?
Yeah, this is like the last emergency, and this could be quick because a bear could come out from somewhere and you don't really have time to think about it much. You get it out of your pack really quickly. Mm-hmm. And the third line of defense is like, we turn around and we start running.
Which is, everybody, not true. This is what you do not do.
Yeah, we don't do that.
But the most important thing, before we even have to get the bangers or get the bear spray, what do we do?
Well, you don't want to surprise a bear.
Right. So we announce ourselves, right?
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
If bears know that you're coming, they're usually going to get out of the way.
Yeah.
And if they don't know you're coming and you surprise them, they'll have a reaction, a defense reaction, and they'll come after you. So we're trying to be loud, trying to be
so today there's
obnoxious.
There's three of us, and we have 3 bear sprays.
Perfect.
Yeah. And on top of that, I was carrying a little bottle of air horn noise as well.
To make the noise, yeah.
For noise. So anyway, that's what we do for safety. So this is where we came to, Pedley Pass and the Ridge Trail. We've done this, it's part of the BC, British Columbia Recreation Sites and Trail. Here's the trail profile if you do the loop. So start all the way, go up to the Tarn if you want to, which is what this looks like. The Tarn is a lake, absolutely beautiful. And on the way there you see fossils too, which is great. And then you can go to the ridge if you want to and come back down through Switchback. It's a beautiful, one of my favorite in the area. We play around here all winter in the backcountry, and in the summer we hike and do the loop or just go to the Tarn, and this is basically the map of it there. So we are here. You're here in the parking lot. The road to get here is super rough. It's a Forest Service road, so it's horrible, but it's worth coming up here. And you can do the trail going that way or coming this way. Today all we did is just went up here. We didn't even go to number 1, the Bumpy Meadows, and this is where we know that there's every year we can see the beautiful larch. But the Bumpy Meadows is gorgeous. The Pedley Pass, you have a fork here where you have a choice. You can simply go all the way to the lake and get to the Tarn, or you can do that and then come back and then go to the highest point on the overlook, and then you can just do the entire ridge all the way through. And that's just I think I'll put a photo to show you what that is, but it's a ridge, typical ridge, so it's narrow and steep and can be difficult, and then you can come back with all the switchback. That are absolutely spectacular, one of my favorite. This is a view. It's hard with the sun there, but it's a bit of a view of what it looks like. Super, super nice. Of course, be aware you're in a country and it's maintained by the Summit Trailmakers Society. And there's a tiny, this is a way you can start, which is opposite. And it starts with a brook. So I'm going to just take a peek to see how much water there is in there. Usually it flows really well. This is the end of the summer, so a little bit less, but look how clear this is. Isn't that amazing? Totally crystal. So there's only one other car here today. In the winter, you can't really come all the way here by car. You have to use your snowmobile. But yeah, it's just totally spectacular. And if you, with the snowmobile, you can continue to follow the trail all the way up there. So we, in the winter, go pretty far. I will post our adventures of backcountry in Pedley. You can kind of see a little bit of the ridge up here too, the rocky. It starts up there and then it goes all the way through. The trees are hiding it a little bit, but it's just really super cool. Love this area. So here we come all the time on our way back to the mountain, because there's a beautiful fresh water spring that runs the entire time, even in the frozen of winter. It's beautiful.
Who put the hose in there?
I don't know, but it's always running. Really? Is it?
It's gonna go quick.
It's a big flow.
C'est fait.
C'est fait.
delicious.
Fresh spring water, right? Thank you. Okay. Your turn, Kelly. Ooh. There it is. Doesn't take long, eh? It's beautiful water.
There's a lot of flow of water.
Oh yes.
Nice. Here, that's where we come from.